said she, and so he told her all that had happened and said, "At any rate, I have an easy master. All he has given me to do is to clear out this stable." "That is not so easy as you think," said the maid. "How are you going to do it?" "With a pitchfork." "You will find that not so easy. If you try to use the pitchfork in the ordinary way, the more you shove the more there will be, but turn the pitchfork upside down and push with the handle and all the straw and stuff will run away from it." So Prince Edgar went back to the stable, and sure enough, when he tried to push the straw with the fork, it only grew more and more. But if he turned the handle towards it, the straw moved away from the fork, and so he soon cleared it out of the stable. When the giant came home, the first thing he did was to go to the stable, and when he saw it had all been cleared out, he said to the prince, "Ah, you've been talking to my master maid. Well, tomorrow you'll have to cut down that clump of trees." "Very well, master," said Prince Edgar, and thought that would not be difficult. But next morning the giant gave him an axe made of glass and told him that he must cut down every one of the trees before nightfall. When he had gone away, the prince went to the master maid and told her what his task was. "You cannot do that with such an axe, but never mind, I can help you. Sleep here in peace, and when you wake up you will see what you will see." So Prince Edgar trusted the master maid and lay down and slept till late in the afternoon. When he woke up and looked, and there were the trees all felled, and the master maid was smiling by his side. "How did you do it?" he said. "That I may not say, but done it is, and that is all that you need care for." When the giant came home, the first thing he did was to go to the clump of trees and found, to his surprise, that they had all been felled. "Ah, you've spoken to my master maid," he said once more. "Who is she?" said the prince. "You know well enough," said the giant, "but for her you could not have cut down those trees with that glass axe." "I do not know what you mean," said the prince, "but at any rate, here you have your trees cut down. What more do you want?" Well, grumbled the giant, "we'll see tomorrow whether you can do what I tell you then," and would not say what his task should be next day. When the morning came, the giant pointed to the tallest tree in the forest near them, and said, "Do you see the bird's nest in the top of that tree? In it are 6 eggs. You must climb up there and get all those eggs for me before nightfall, and if one is broken woe betide you." At that Prince Edgar did not feel so happy, for there were no branches to the tree till very near the top, and it was as smooth as it could be, and he did not see how possibly he could reach the bird's nest. But when the giant had gone out for the day, he went at once to the master maid and told her of his new task. "That is the hardest of all," said the master maid. "There is only one way to do the task. You must cut me up into small pieces and take out my bones, and out of the bones you must make a ladder, and with that ladder you can reach the top." "That I will never do," said the prince. "You've been so good to me. Shall I do you harm? Before that, I should suffer whatever punishment the giant will give me for not carrying out the task." "But all will be well," said the master maid. "As soon as you have brought down the nest, all that you will have to do is to put the bones together and sprinkle on them the water from this flask, and then I shall be whole again just as before." After much persuasion the prince agreed to do what the master maid had told him, and made a ladder out of her bones and climbed up to the top of the tree and took the bird's nest with the 6 eggs in it, and then he put the bones together, but forgot to put one little bone in its proper place. So when he had sprinkled the water over the bones, the master maid stood up before him just as before, but the little finger of her left hand was not there. She cried and said,